Okay, so for the next one, we're going to do an old pluck string. And so the pluck string was kind of like turn the frequency down to the 0. Then we want to set the octave up to about a 2. Then we want to set the square to turn on, and we want to just turn off the saw. We want to set the pulse width down to about a 10. And then well, up to a 10. Hit the sync off. Make sure the oscillator A is all the way up to a 10, and make sure oscillator B is all the way down to 0. Make sure the noise is down to 0. Set the cutoff at about a 1, and the resonance at about a 1. Set the envelope to about a 6. Set the keyboard amount to 0. Set the attack down to 0. Set the decay to about a 6 or a 7, and set the sustain to there. And then 6 or 7 for sustain. Put it on a 7 for the release, and then on the amplifier envelope, you want to go down to 0. You want to go all the way to about a 7. On the decay, you want to take the sustain all the way down to 0, and then go release and get that all the way up to a 6 to a 7. So go to frequency, take the frequency all the way down to 0, and then you want to turn the octave down to a 0, and then you want to just turn all the stuff off. We want to, with the pulse width, we just want to set that to about a 5. We don't want to use low frequency. We don't want to use keyboard, so we're using this to modulate something. We're not using the glide, unfortunately, but we want to have retrigger on, and ARP can be turned off. And then we just turn off all these modulate these LFOs. LFO is completely switched off. For switches, we're going to set that to off. We're going to set this to direct. So we want to pulse width modulation direct. Set this to off. We want to set this to off and this to off. So we're only going to be modulating the pulse width. We're going to turn this one all the way down, this one all the way down. We can set that to wheel, and we can set that to direct. And then this one is on direct, and we set that to about a 2. So we have the amount on 2. And this is what we got. Bit underwhelming when regards, but perfect kind of sound for cutting through the mix. Woo! Anyway, that is a plucked string, and I'll see you in the next one.